All I said to her, don't put that sort of stuff on the gram, because you can put that on your OnlyFans, do you know what I mean, and make money out of it, even if it's a bikini picture.
That's what I'm saving bikini pictures for. My mum is Carla Bellucci. She's always in the press, like, every single week. A lot of people know her for this morning interview.
I did bend the truth to get a nose job.
No, you
on
lied.
the NHS.
If it's negative, it's entertaining to read.
I think I'm more like a pantomime villain, do you know what I mean? I want to have a £6,000 bum lift, and the NHS definitely won't do it this time. Don't know why. The uglier, the fatter they are, they're empowering. Where's the ugly one on Love Island? I don't say to her, oh my God, Tanisha, you need plastic surgery.
I mean, like, seeing you get your boobs done.
That was a bit dumb of me to subject it to that sort of trolling.
She's my mum. Like, no matter what she does, I always stand by my mum's side. She's just my mum. My name is Tanisha and I'm 17 years old, and apparently my mum is Britain's most hated woman. Watching the This Morning interview made me very angry.
You freely admit, happily admit, that you've milked the NHS and you have lied. You've been a parasite on the NHS.
I was 14 when my mum became Britain's most hated woman. It is sad, like, to see that your mum is named Britain's most hated woman. When it first happened, I did actually care what people thought. It took me like 2 years to actually get used to this, and the reason why we had to move from London to the countryside is because my mum was receiving a lot of death threats. People from my old school would literally egg our house. We obviously just couldn't take it anymore as a family, so we decided to move. I actually do get quite strange looks from people around here. They all start following me on Instagram, and then I see them in the streets and they just stare at me and my mum like we're some strange people. It didn't really bother me too much because they don't know us personally, like they just see what's in the media.
Hey everyone, it's Tanisha and I'm back guys with another video, and today I will be telling you how I deal with trolls.
Some of the trolling came from my mum's headlines. They say you're ugly, they're racist, literally, go kill yourself. I did find it very hard. My mum just kept me off my phone. And I feel like you should never ever get used to things like that.
But you have?
Yeah, I've got used to it. I feel like the world's just an evil place. It's just the society we live in. Her media stories is a business. She literally just bursts into the room, tell us what the stories are, and just calls them up, and the next minute it will just be in the newspaper. My mum's really creative with all her stories. I don't know why people take it so seriously. Like, it's just a laugh. Ex-model reveals her daughter, 14, put Botox and fillers on her Christmas list and says she'll support teens' desire for perfection. The Christmas list is actually true. I honestly don't know why people would get angry about it anyways, but maybe they think my mum's been a bad parent and maybe influencing me to do like the wrong things, but it's not my mum pushing me. Own nose daughter 14 of NHS nose job scrounger wants 30k worth of surgery, including a Brazilian butt lift, to become famous after her mum said ugly people get nowhere. Well, I did think the last part was a bit strong. Half of this story was true. I did want a Brazilian butt lift at the time, but I did have many meetings with surgeries and it did put me off. I just thought it wasn't worth the risk. Fame Academy. I can't be bothered to homeschool my teen. I get her on TikTok instead. I want her to go on Love Island, not be a lawyer. I mean, it is true. I do want to end up going on Love Island. I don't want to be a lawyer or anything. It's just not my sort of thing. I was homeschooled for a couple of years and now I'm in college, and I kind of wish I'm still homeschooled. During the time of me being homeschooled, I did practice doing TikToks and pictures for my Instagram. I do have my social media account. I have Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube. As soon as I'm 18, my plan is to start selling stories. Obviously, I'll ask my mum for advice. Maybe I shouldn't ask my mum for advice. My mum does have an OnlyFans account where she posts her nice, naughty pictures. My mum gets a lot of subscribers. She literally sits next to me and be like, oh, new subscriber, new subscriber. And my mum does make pretty good money out of it, and it's made us have a really nice life. You know what? Some people would think I'd be embarrassed with my mum having OnlyFans, but I'm actually proud of her. Like, I'm like, come on, yes, mum. I would rather a teen daughter went on OnlyFans like me rather than rely on men. Well, as soon as I turn 18, I was planning on getting an OnlyFans, which my mind hasn't changed yet. I think seeing my mum like having an OnlyFans and seeing all the money come in made me like want to start one next year. My mum is definitely my #1 inspiration. I think she's just amazing.
It must be impossible to not have that pressure to say certain things.
Yeah, I don't ever want to say something that my mum doesn't like want me to say, which is hard because right now she's not here and I don't know what she would want me to be saying.
Should we bring your mum in?
Yeah. Hi, Mum.
Hello. She's always wanting to be involved, aren't you? So I was 23 when I had Tanisha. It was all a bit the other way round. I had my children, then got scouted, then started working for the Daily Sport, and then going on to Page 3. So when I done that car crash interview on this morning, it was 2 choices. Run away and hide, or just think, I've got the world's attention now, what can I do with it? I lied, but I do work. I was born here. I feel like I'm not really done anything that wrong. When I was labelled the most hated woman in Great Britain, I'm a strong person, but that was a harsh label to live by. But everyone wanted a piece of me. I have to thank them because it was like my credibility was then there to be able to, manipulate the press and vice versa, and the work just came in.
What was the best and worst purchases you have ever made?
The best purchase was my boobs. So me and Tanisha do brainstorm sometimes, but like, oh, this could really work for the media. She'll be like, involve me. They don't know what she's like to live with. Like, they'll be like, oh, you should know better, you're the mum. That is right to a certain extent, but now she's nearly like 18. I have pulled you out a lot, haven't I?
Yeah, but you need to put me back in.
See, I'm trying to protect her. I'm like, okay, maybe I should take some responsibility and protect you a bit, but she's just so desperate to be in the media. But I do always tell her, like, obviously, I've got big in the media to be being hated. Like, you're too good for that.
Because if it's negative, it's entertaining to read.
That's true, that people like to read. It's like we're attracted to villains, I think. I think I'm more like a pantomime villain, do you know what I mean?
Mum, you're really good at talking in front of the camera.
Talk too much.
I need to start learning more. Teach me, Mum. I'm very proud of you, Mum. Like,
she's trained so well. No, I know she is proud. She always says that. I have received the most horrific amount of trolling. She'll be in a car crash, that I should die of cancer. I've had people call the social services on me. The police turn up at my house saying that I'm a bad mum. When it comes to headlines, and including Tanisha, I do think more now, just because I know you really want it, but I do think your mental health was really strong, but if it wasn't, it could have been a whole different story. Yeah, that was a bit dumb of me to put a 14-year-old girl in the headlines like that and subjected to that sort of trolling. And I think if I'd have known how big the stories were to become, I wouldn't have done that. I have given birth to Blue 6 to 7 months ago now. Oh, she's adorable. I am not going to put her into the media because she's too young, and after learning our mistakes on the way, like with how bad, like you said, you did get trolled and that, and I think I'm just going to, well, I'm more clued up now.
I think she's still young. She's got a whole...
Unless somebody offers me a really good deal, then maybe not. But do you know what? I got this question, didn't I, so much. Can you honestly say you will never put her on social media? Of course I can't. Someone going to offer you 20k or something, 30k.
You're going to take it.
It depends what... That could change her life, I don't know.
She should just enjoy her school years. Just like I missed prom. When I first ever started secondary school, I knew I wanted to go to prom. I planned everything that I was going to do for it, but I didn't get an opportunity. And
yeah, so you want her to live her life. But that's really interesting you say that, because you're so young still and you're pushing to have this career, but obviously there is doubts, isn't there? So that's quite a little bit worrying. There is downfalls and you're already seeing that before you've even got up there, because people are so judgmental.
Yeah, I know. But I know this is what I want to do, and I'm going to...
She even says to me, I cannot wait till I become 18. Because then, obviously, I've got no control over it.
Just wait for that day.
She's like, oh, yeah, mini-me. I wonder, if I wasn't doing this, would you want to be a social media
100%.
star?
Obviously, everything comes...
With a price.
Yeah, and I'm ready.